So a week or two ago, one of the biggest trades in the NBA happened, and it was also one of the most surprising trades because no one really thought this would happen. It was the trade between the Sacramento Kings and the Indiana Pacers that included Tyrese Haliburton going to the Indiana Pacers and Sabonis going to the Sacramento Kings. And I know I'm kind of late, but I just want to take some time today and discuss the trade for Indiana's side and whether or not they lost or won the trade and how it affects them in the future and how it affects them now. But before we get into the video, I ask you to drop a like on this video as it does help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel if you want daily NBA content. Also, if you want to help me go over 3,000 subscribers, also drop a comment on this video as I do respond to all of my comments. And play that intro. But before we talk about what the Indiana Pacers received in the trade, we have to talk about what they gave up. And what they gave up was Sabonis, Justin Holiday, Jeremy Lamb, and a second-round pick. First of all, them giving up a second-round pick isn't that big of a deal. Them giving up Jeremy Lamb is not that big of a deal considering he's a role player and they're not a good team right now. And role players should be on a team that's actually trying to win games. And giving up Justin Holiday obviously isn't a big deal because he's a role player, as I said. But obviously giving up Sabonis is significant because he was their all-star. He was their best player for last 3 years. He became one of the best players at his position. Losing him is obviously significant. No one is arguing that, but I don't think it's as significant as most people would think because first of all, Sabonis is best when he's playing the center position, and the problem the Indiana Pacers have been dealing with for 4 years now is the fact that they have two really good centers in Miles Turner and Sabonis, and they were forced to play them alongside each other in the starting lineup because both of them were too good to be put on the bench. So they forced them to start together, and that was just not ideal because it wasn't allowing either of them to play at their best. It wasn't good for this team offensively and defensively. So getting rid of one of those centers isn't that big of a deal because I think it's a thing that makes this team better. And I know you might be thinking, oh, Sabonis is the all-star, whereas Miles Turner is just a really good starter. But I honestly think getting rid of Sabonis is the right move because when you look at the analytics, not to be an analytical person, when you look at the analytics, the team is actually better when Miles Turner is the only center on the floor rather than Sabonis. And I know Sabonis is putting up way more impressive box score numbers, but straight up, Miles Turner has a way bigger impact on this team, especially when it comes to the defensive side of the floor, because a lot of the time Sabonis is slowing down the offense with his post-ups and stuff. Even though he's one of the best post-up scorers in the league, he's not like a Joel Embiid or something, so he kind of slows the offense down and makes other players not as good. And I know he's a good passer and stuff. I'm not saying he's selfish or he's a bad player. I'm just saying this offense would be better if the ball was moving way more rather than just waiting for him to post up. Now that they have gotten rid of Sabonis, Miles Turner can actually freely play the center spot. He doesn't have to just be stuck at a three-point line. Sabonis is a great player, don't get it twisted. I'm not calling him trash or anything. I think he's going to really excel in Sacramento, but I just don't think the fit in Indiana was that great. So I honestly don't think it's a bad idea that they moved him because one of them had to go, and you could very much argue Sabonis was the guy who had to go. Now to talk about what the Indiana Pacers got in the move for Sabonis, they got Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. To talk about Tristan Thompson, they just waived him, so he's basically a non-factor. Getting Buddy Hield is really cool. He's one of the best shooters in the league. He's going to make it way easier for everyone else on the team with his floor spacing. Maybe they could trade him at the end of the season if his contract's not expiring. I don't know. Buddy Hield's definitely a good player. He's not going to someone who's going to mess up the dynamic of your team, and he's not really overpaid. But obviously the big player, the marquee guy they got in this move is Tyrese Haliburton, who's definitely one of the more underrated players in the league. Him being in Sacramento has really made him underrated because he's definitely one of the better up-and-coming guards in the league. He's a guy who's already a really solid creator, one of the best passers in the league. He can create his own shot. He's a guy who has creative finishes around the rim. He's one of the best pick-and-roll ball handlers in the league. He's also a really good defender. He's pretty versatile on defense. there's nothing really this guy can do. And I think the sky's the limit for him. I do think he can be an all-star level player. I don't know about superstar. We're going to have to see how he plays with Indiana, but so far he's been pretty good. This move is just amazing because you traded Sabonis, who although he's not like old, he's like 26 years old, but they're trading a guy for Sabonis for a guy who's 21 years old. Because I think if we're being honest, Sabonis was probably done progressing as a player. I don't think he was going to get any better than he has been, but Tyrese can very much improve. In the first 4 games he's played with the Pacers, we've already seen him play really good basketball, as he's been averaging 21 points, 11 assists, shooting a crazy 48% from the field and 45% from 3. This is what I mean when I said Tyrese Haliburton was getting held back by De'Aaron Fox, because he needs to just be the main man on his team and let him absolutely flourish. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that perfectly on Indiana, because Malcolm Brogdon is still here, but Malcolm Brogdon is not as ball dominant as Fox, and he's a way better shooter, so maybe Tyrese will be better fit with Tyrese and he won't get held back. But regardless, Tyrese is really good, and getting him for Sabonis is a huge W. I don't think anyone in the world is going to possibly make an argument for the Pacers like losing this trade. They probably became a worse team like right now because of that move, but maybe not even, because I would say Sabonis is probably a better player than Tyrese right now. But if Tyrese is capable of playing consistently how he has been without De'Aaron Fox and on the Pacers, he might just be as good as Sabonis, and maybe he could lead them to some wins. Obviously, I don't think Indiana is going to try and make the playoffs this year, because they're already like 20 games below 500, and they traded a lot of their role players, and they just had so much injuries. But going forward, Tyrese Haliburton's a very winning player. He's a guy who's likable, a guy who the city's going to love. Indiana clearly won this trade. It's not even close, but that doesn't mean Sacramento like drastically lost this trade. I just think Indiana took the bigger W. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know whether or not you think the Sacramento Kings or Indiana Pacers won this trade. Drop a like on this video to help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel if you want daily NBA content. Also, if you want to triple 3,000 subscribers, also drop a comment on this video, as I do respond to all my comments.